Welcome back, everyone. It's Steve and Love. Today we're going to make a green soup. Me and Love are going to make it together. So I typically, like when I work at Whole Foods or Rock and Juice, when that opens up, I'm not going to have cats up where food is, but this is my own home. So I let my cats go anywhere they want, and they have full reign to this house. Love my cats so much. But we're going to start to make food now, Love, okay? So, can you step off, please? Can you step off, please? There he goes. Good doggy. Okay, so, how are we going to make this today? We're going to use a Vitamix. This is my favorite blender. This is the industry standard along with Blendtec. And let's see what we have here. We have avocado, lemon, green onion, kale, tangerine, cumin, apple cider vinegar, and sea salt. So awesome, so easy, and it's so loving. Yes, yes, you love nature, don't you? Smelling those onions, I bet you won't eat those onions. So, let's get down with making this food. So I'm going to start out by juicing a couple lemons, or juicing a lemon. And I am going to juice a couple tangerines. I usually like to put the liquids in first at the bottom of the blender. That always helps. And so we're going to juice this lemon. Let's see how long it takes to make a simple green juice. I have all the ingredients here. You can time it looking at the YouTube time and see how long this takes. Somebody time me. On your mark, go, set, go. What is that, about a minute? Maybe less? We have that. Let's cut up a couple tangerines. Boom. Boom. Get some tangerine juice in. Yeah. I'm going to put that one aside. I don't like the way that one looks. Although sometimes looks will fool you. Sometimes the ugliest fruit, woo, that squirted out. The ugliest fruit is sometimes the best tasting. And sometimes the prettiest fruit is really just conventional, sprayed, waxed on to make it look pretty, so you buy it. So, let's see here. We have tangerines. The tangerines are in season right now in Los Angeles. And today, it's a little cooler out today in Los Angeles. We're getting down to, kind of cold, and it's below 70 today. Hello, East Coast friends of mine. You know I'm kidding. If those of you know me, I am joking. You know, it's so funny. People, when it gets like to be 60 or 50 in Los Angeles, people are like, oh, it's so cold. And the East Coast is, yeah, anyway. I'm not a typical West Coast person as far as that goes. I definitely can deal with temperature differences and so forth. And I don't get too cold like I used to before I went raw, which is a surprising thing. A lot of times people say, well, if you're eating raw, then you're going to be colder in the winter. So for me, I have found that to not be true. And so I have the juices here, and I'm going to put in some avocado. Simple avocado. Do it like that. Put this other pit inside this one. Squeeze out the avocado like that. That's how I learned to do avocado. It's really easy, hardly get anything on you. And if you do, how awesome is that? Okay, now the kale we're going to want to de-stem, and we're just going to put in a little bit here, just like this. And so kale, some benefits of kale. Vitamin K, that's a vitamin that's not really talked about too much. And vitamin K is really good at preventing blood clotting, and it also can help people out with Alzheimer's. And it has been also known to prevent many kinds of cancers. And the basics is it's just nature, and it's really good for us. And all those other things out there called this name, cancer, Alzheimer's, all that is just an effect of too much acid, and this is very alkaline forming. And so a lot of us live in an acidic world. So with that acidic world, we have all these kinds of ailments. And I believe in the American Medical Association there's over 20,000 different names they put on these diseases. And there's really only one, and that is acidosis. So I am going to put in a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a touch. This is probably a teaspoon. This might be a half a tablespoon of cumin. Give it a little bit of that cumin-y. And really little salt. We're talking less than an eighth of a teaspoon. We don't need much salt. And let's see. So now let's blend this up right here and see what happens. So we have a soup here, and we can make it all different kinds of textures. It could be thin, thick. This is definitely a thicker soup, with the avocado being the majority of the thickness along with the kale. And here we got green soup. I'm just making enough for me right now, which is hardly anything. It's not even going to fill this bowl, but we can make this green soup like this, and be better to use a spatula actually. But so we have this green soup. It's like a bright green color, and one of the things I want to do with it is put in a little green onion, and I just basically fold it in half like this. I'll chop off the top first, fold it in half or even 3/4, and just dice it like this, and sprinkle it on top. And there you have it. I'm not sure how much you can see there, but it's absolutely delicious. You can make this. This is an awesome way to get some serious greens on. Kale has more protein than spinach. Than steak. So the spinach has more protein than steak. Pound for pound, ounce for ounce. And also, it is another super green leaf. Spinach, we all know spinach, and kale has been getting a lot of press lately in the last few years. Maybe in the last 10 it's really hit mainstream, and in the last couple of years more and more people are knowing kale. I used to do demos, people were like, what's kale? Now more and more people are knowing kale, and kale is serious business. Also high in iron. And check this out. This dish I made is not only high in iron, but it's even higher in iron because I have vitamin C in it. And vitamin C raises the absorption of iron. So this is a tasty treat. I love this. It's always getting that bite going, that first bite. It's so thick and Woo! Yes! That is a winner. That is simple. Everybody can make it. You can get kale at pretty much any grocery store now. Green onions, tangerines are in season. You can also use oranges. You can use lemon and apple cider vinegar. You can use love on your shoulder. And this happens. This often happens. How awesome. I love you, love. Yes. Say hi to everybody, love. Can you see everybody over there? Love is so loving. I could be here in my place anytime, and all of a sudden a cat will be on my shoulder, or my back, or my chest. And love is so loving, and so is Light. Light is asleep right now. Light's over there asleep, you can't see him. But love just wants to be with Daddy, and I love love. Mwah. Okay, everybody. Say bye to love. Love. He wants to get higher and higher. Come here, higher, higher. Where do you want to go, love? Pure energy, everyone. Until the next time, you're awesome and I love you.